Today, Rinpoche reached the 6th chapter of Chandrakirti's Mulya Madhyamika. That's not what it's called. That's what Nagarjuna's text is called. Take 2. Today, Rinpoche reached the 6th chapter of Chandrakirti's Madhyamika Avatara, the entrance to the middle way, where we'll find one of the most important descriptions of the nature of reality ever written, describing Nagarjuna's view in the Mulya Madhyamika Karika. Okay.
Panjaparamada Ubandesha Shida Burgido what the Omanjuba, what the Omanjuba the name, but
less so.
That Omanjuba, you Sanjin and Tonje, Sanji Shanchus and Balerus. He said the news from Melod, Shanchus and Jessina Jus. You did on Sanjin D and Rajani would there, you do Sanjin and Tonje. Sanji Jebaris, Shaja Sanji or the Sanji Babal Jebaris, Nedu Sanji and the Tuaji. Sanji the Kali Trombarisana, Shanchu Sambal Trombaris, Sanji Shanchu Sambaletus. He just sent the news of Melo, Shanchu Sambi Jut Shosana, he just sent on, he just Shambudan, news of Melo don't you to be Shero. And the Shanchu sent German Somba there, Shanchu Sambi Jutis.
That's it. The Nientu Dan Rangel, the Papa Gecheshedu, the Sanjay Depo.
Nientu Sanjay
This the Nientu Dan Ran Sanjay Papa.
Raja Papa Tuan Chivares.
Tuchena.
Papa Sanjay Papa Chivares.
Tuchet. So once again, we're looking at Chandrakirti's text called The Entrance to the Middle Way. Or Introduction to the Middle Way in this case. There's a lot of different ways to translate it, but it's really making your way into the text of the Mulya Madhyamika Karika, which is Nagarjuna's root wisdom text that's about the Madhyamika Prasangika view. And this text is allowing one to enter that and understand it. So it begins when we look at how the text starts. It starts by saying, this is how, it says the title of it in Tibetan as a heading, and then it says in Sanskrit, in the language of India, it is called the Mulya Madhya, what is it? It's hard for me to read the Sanskrit Tibetan. Rinpoche, this is Sanjike, the Umajupagare, Madhyamika Avatara. Madhyamika Avatara Kuna? So it's just Madhyamika Avatara. I thought there was a longer Madhyamika Avatara Nama. Nama? Madhyamika Avatara Tara Madhyamika Avatara Kuna. The Nama Gare Madhyamika Avatara Nama. Okay, so less so. Then jupa, the drowa chipa due. Drapu due. Yeah, so it really is going into. Rinpoche says, what is one entering? One is entering the Mulya Madhyamika Karika, which is the root wisdom text by Nagarjuna that this text is a commentary on. So this text is allowing one to enter into that text's sphere of knowledge. So here it says then in the language of India, We don't have it in here. It hasn't. I don't think it's translated. Is it anywhere? No. In the language of India, it is called the Madhyamika Avatara. In Tibetan, it's called. Then it says the Uma Lajupa Shejawa. So it's all saying, if translated into English, entrance to the middle way or introduction to the middle way. And then we find the homage to Manjushri in the Tibetan. So it goes from the main heading title in a kind of the proper sense, and then it says in the language of India it is called the Madhyamika Avatara. In Tibetan it's called Umalajupa, and then to homage to Manjushri Kumara, tender, glorious, ever youthful. So then it goes from that homage to the language in a way, because Sanskrit is the language of the Buddhas, and that's the reason it's considered auspicious to have the title in Sanskrit at the beginning of the text as well as the title in Tibetan, because it's the language that was used to speak and to write the text that we're studying, so it's considered auspicious. So then it says, the Shravakas and those halfway to Buddhahood are born from the mighty sage. So the hearers and solitary realizers, superiors, so those Aryas, the Arya beings, the superior beings who are followers of the hearer vehicle and followers of the solitary realizer vehicle, are a result of the Buddha, or born from the Buddha. The mighty sage here is referring to Buddha. It says the Buddhas take their birth from the Bodhisattva heroes. So how is a Buddha caused? A Buddha is caused by a Bodhisattva. And then it says compassion, non-duality, the wish for Buddhahood for the other's sake are causes of the children of the conqueror. So as a translator's note, Rinpoche mentioned before that this is referring to sharp capacity, because not the Bodhisattva, one becomes a Bodhisattva when he or she generates bodhicitta, the mind that aspires to enlightenment at the path of accumulation. And they haven't not necessarily reached a path of seeing yet, whereas a sharp capacity bodhisattva has seen emptiness already and then generates bodhicitta. So this particular piece here is referring to sharp capacity bodhisattvas. Then the decent rimchi, the shanchu sema wan du, gangi sena the tombani the nge that's the lason. Decent.
Yeah.
Then so today we've arrived at the fourth bodhisattva ground. It's Semche, so Semche Jipa. So it would be the fourth bodhicitta. Literal translation of the way these chapters are explained in Tibetan would be the fourth bodhicitta, and that would be the chapter. So it's the first bodhicitta, the second bodhicitta, the third bodhicitta. So that's what the chapters are really called in a literal sense. And today we're on chapter 4.
Yes,
Semche is bodhicitta.
Malu Zundu Jendushin. Sona Ludu Sun Nijo, Zundu Sona Jusuji Jure, and the Eshiku Jures, Sona Ludu Sun Nijo. Zundu Kantuba Jobaye, Sad Jeba in the 2 hours. Zundu Jibashi, Nyale Chelaba, the Kadi Tobaresana, Sajeba Kos 2 hours.
Lesser.
Jeba Demalu Jumbaye, Sad. Jibayun 2 hours, Sajibi Gozo, Jundian Chelaba Tubares.
Lesser. The Detsilaronan, the Sunan and Yeshik Sok, the Garshine Kitchen Budu.
Jundu the Sunan to Jure, Ishik to Jures, Sunan Ludu to Nijos, Sunan Ishik to Yumbala, Jundu Gugurumatu, Jundu Mena, Yontu Marwa. Lesser. Zambala Tene, and the son of Tutan, Ishik to the Yungres.
Lesser.
They is Sona Karsa, Jundu de Sonata Ishik to Juris.
Lesser.
Jundu Nyana Chilaba to Katu Barsana, 사제바 고스 도바레스 전도 간도 바와 저바이 사제바 요는 좋아오스
Less so.
what badro
So, fourth chapter is called the Radiant, or the fourth bodhicitta, or the fourth mind that aspires to enlightenment is called radiant. Virtues, all without exception, follow in the train of diligence, the source of wisdom and of merit, both accumulation. Since it blazes with the light of diligence, this ground, the fourth, is known as radiant. So it's stating that all virtues are caused by effort. So diligence here can be translated as effort. It's one of the 6 perfections. So it's perseverance, it's translated as at times, or effort. Here it's translated as diligence. So it's saying that perseverance or effort causes all virtue without exception. And then it says it's the source or the cause of merit and wisdom, both accumulations. So in order to become a Buddha, one needs to have both accumulations, the collection of wisdom and the collection of merit. And it's stating here, Chandrakirti is stating that the cause of both of the accumulations, merit and wisdom, is effort or perseverance. So it says then, since it blazes with the light of diligence, this ground, the fourth, is known as the radiant. So it's saying that the fourth bodhicitta, or the fourth mind that aspires to enlightenment, chapter, parentheses, is called radiant because of the kind of like blaze, or the because of how luminous effort is, or perseverance makes one radiate. It's something to that effect. Digsung Rinpoche.
사제바 요는 좋아오 됐네 대시 세라 조바이 샹주 쇼라 곰베레 곰발레 제베 노아상제 예베 한종시 라도 타와잔데 용수세 오만라 조발레 센제바 제바오스 다사제바 고소 네 됐네 대시 세라 조바이 샹주 쇼라 곰베레 타와상제 예베 한종시 타와들 김말하랑데 제와지 용어만로 예베 한종시 라도 타와잔데 용수세 라도 타와잔데 용수세 다사제비 보자도가 본도 그랬어 타와잔데 용수세 오만라 조발레 센제바 제바오스
Then the Dazin Kanga Pangdu.
What is that?
Dazin Panga.
Panga. Tinga keje.
Got it.
Sajibi keje ponja pongres. Sangabat robat yek ponja ponto maro.
Shanshu Shu.
Sajibi keje ponja pondores.
Dingicha the Shanshu Cho Lagom Pa Le JP Nanwa Zangi U La Jongxing. The Gare.
Sajibi goes to Malhalanda, Sangin Tawanda Yumanwa.
Randu Dawa, de Rimchik, Gonga Mepachik, de Randu Dawa Dang Je Yonsu Ze. The Gare, Dazing Pondue.
Danzi Ganga the Ponso Maro, Sajibi Keji Danzi.
Ale.
No, but to buy a ship on your ponto.
Okay, so here it says then the second, for here the offspring of the Tathagatas have a radiance born from thorough meditation turned toward enlightenment. Their shining light is brighter than the morning's copper glow. The views of self are utterly removed. So the views of self that are grasped at this level are utterly removed. Now, it doesn't mean that all views of self are removed, because the views of self of the fifth bodhicitta, or the fifth mind that aspires to enlightenment, so once that are still left after this fourth, are still there. So they just become more and more subtle, the view of self. So the view of self that is the one that is most grasped at still at this level is removed. But then there's still the one that's grasped at the 5th level and the 6th level, and it just becomes more and more subtle and less coarse. So Rinpoche, the Rapatramo, the sa jipa sa semche jipa semche ngapa drupa dumba, the dazin it's samo more samo. Rapa samo.
Rapa the tramo.
Tramo, gonga mepichi. Tramo.
Rapa the tramo with the
More tramo, the ngapa drupa.
Tramo. Rapa Tonong goes Bonsabre.
Ale.
The near Golan Satomani Basomania, Trama Shadare.
Lessa. So Rinpoche said that at the path of seeing, the coarse things are removed, the coarse. But then there are the subtle. And the subtles have levels. So great subtle, medium subtle, small subtle. So the greatest ones that are left here for the 4th are all removed. And then the greatest ones of the 5th, and then eventually there are no longer any that are left. Because if you see it in a chart, it literally goes from the great of the great to the great of the medium, the great of the small, to the medium of the great, the medium of the medium, the medium of the small great, the small of the medium, the small of the small, and then it's extinguished. So it goes, those are all meaning the levels of subtlety, of the subtle afflictions. So when it says the views of self are utterly removed, utterly doesn't infer completely, does it? Or no, utterly. Can it mean utterly? Does it mean almost? Right? So it infers that they aren't all within utterly? Okay. So that's good use, the way they translated it. Decent, Rinpoche. Dene triwa chiran sanlo gar yubek. Semche the ngapa? Yene the me mambo the
Ngapa te madu mare.
The shloka chi.
Dani chedu juno kunji jang.
The Dixon.
Yangi san la pomba ne ba yin. San ten la jin lozon den ra jin. Shemu to la shin de keba tu. Omala ju ba le senje ba ngapa wos. Shloka chi madu mudwa. Dani chedu juno kunji jang. Dani sa ngapa la ne dani janju samba de juno kunji jang. Jangi sala duzu no ba je to mares. Yomo bi dula so to so no to mares.
Then the ngapa nyomo bi do the new to do it.
Yomo bi du cheda du. Lai be du je ro.
Less.
What to so no to mares.
Then that's good. The nyomo bi do.
Yomo bi du. Lai be du. Cheda du. Then yomo kaza. Yomo bi du. Cheda du. Lai be du. Then jikare.
The keo mare. Nge the inji ke the Jason. Nika Jason. Natsumi Jason. So the the du je pensons semche ngapa du je kanga yo mare gang
ngapa gozo du je no ba je to mares. No.
Ale nupa yure yene nupa yo mare.
No to mares.
Okay, so then we're going to move on to chapter 5. The great ones on the ground, called hard to keep, cannot be overcome by all the hosts of demons. Strong in concentration, excellent in mind, in grasp of truth, they have great skill. So at this point, they can't be harmed, the practitioner at the level of the 5th mind that aspires to enlightenment, can't be harmed by any among the 4 maras. I have to look up the 4. It's Mara of death, Mara of afflictions, Mara of... I'm going to look them up. I usually have all my books right here, but I know where it is. So anyway, at this level, even though the Maras are still there, they don't harm the practitioner. They're not harmed. Rinpoche, the ngapa le, the nyan lempa, the sipi korlo yure, den sunsan kon shigdu. Then the cheta mara, the konsu nugu mare.
No do maras.
Yene konsu shig.
Sugar Sanji Samatu but Chua Yodro.
Shewa yure.
Yore.
The Ngarshine the Nugumare. Gangisene the Duchita.
La.
The Marj the Dujere.
Dije do no two maras.
Yene kon shigadu.
Shida Shigrada.
The Dush chita yure.
Chedag do the no maras. Chedag Chua Yoba Inaya, Chua the Lucen Noba maras.
Ale.
Gabu Manroa.
Okay, so even though one dies, the Mara of death does not harm that practitioner, because one dies up until he or she is enlightened. So that's what I was trying to figure out from Rinpoche. The Mara of death, this person still dies, so how do they conquer the Mara of death? And Rinpoche is saying death still happens, but the demon of death does not harm that practitioner when they die. So the four Maras, at this point of the fifth mind that aspires to enlightenment, the practitioner is called, it says, the great ones on the ground, called hard to keep, cannot be overcome by all hosts of demons. Strong in concentration, excellent in mind, and subtle grasp of truth, they have great skill. So there's more subtle understanding of emptiness. It's saying, in subtle grasp of truth, they have great skill. So they're saying that it's become more subtle, the understanding of this no self, of person and phenomena has become more subtle. And as a result of this and whatever other accumulations have taken place between 4 and 5, now the four Maras can no longer harm that practitioner. Digso Rinpoche. What books do I have here?
That's Sanji Droba.
Not gonna help.
Ngo to Shuba, Nyaja Senete, Zubi Sanji Chula, Ngoshu Shin, the Den Joyu, Teni Tonate, Shira Nebe, Gobatu Banjuros, Shira Nebe Gobatu Banjur. Ngo to Sadrobala, Ngo to Shuba Sagres, Karla Ngoshuba Resana. 네, 주비 산지가 출렁 건 주버레스. 산지고 본토바 타냐 버레스. 주비 산지 출라 원수신. 데덴 중유 되니 통화대 싫어 내배 고바토바 주로스.
맞아요.
되고나니 원수 통화 될라 때네. 네. 고비 현주 토바레스. 고비 현주 예대 좋아요. 토바 주로. 제달 모이 두고 들라도 매대 집을 지금 더바이 요도 trepa tejin deyan le menyan yon telan jenin dos shindro gna pashin tamanga to loan namres shiro pashin te medan tema namres shiro pashin la tene pashin hamanga bote and sonje sale tigres
Leso.
me yo ke chige loan gam depuis le chiba naji and shiro pashin te and pashin hamanga to sonje sale tigres
Leso.
제달 노이 쪽은 들라도 매대 집지기 더바이 유도 trepa 대신 대한 르 매년 달라 제니로스 매도데 매지기 로아마보 네 유도 더비도 trepa 나지 싫어지 바신 들라데네 네 바신 라망가보데 로아던데 바신가보데 손지 살려 트리노스 매년 달라 제니로
Minyan Yunten Lon Dinjeni Dro. Shiloka Som Rinpoche. Shiloka Ni. Shiloka Ni. Okay. So now we move on to the 6th chapter. I'll get that after. This is the hardest chapter in the entire teaching and one of the most difficult chapters written. because it deals with the middle way consequence view, and it gets into all of the aspects of the middle way consequence view. 6, clearly manifest. On irreversibly advancing, the mind abides in evenness. Proceeding irreversibly toward the qualities of perfect Buddhahood, dependent co-arising in its truth lies open manifest. The Bodhisattva dwells in wisdom and achieves cessation. A single man endowed with eyes can lead unseeing multitudes with ease to where they wish to go, and so it is with wisdom here. It takes the sightless virtues, guiding them to victory. So here in the second stanza, it's comparing wisdom to a guide, someone who is able to, because he or she can see, guide anyone who can't, because they have eyes. Likewise, wisdom guides anyone virtuous to Buddhahood. So it's saying to the grounds of Buddha. So it's saying that, and so it is with wisdom here. It takes the sightless virtues, guiding them to victory. So those blindly being virtuous without any understanding of the nature of the virtues, the nature of reality, those virtues that are being done. So it's speaking of a person who's virtuous but not wise. It's saying it takes that person and couples the wisdom with that virtue and brings he or she to the Buddha ground. So it takes the sightless virtues, guiding them to victory. So victory here is referring to the ground of the Buddha. Why does this keep happening? Dixon, draw. De jeta de yi cheza.
Jeta de cheza chutuba longtemps yang rebe yembe na tata papa lodu jonlo le jeta nebe lojin joba shas lojin jo sadun ane sadun tanja jonyin soma tanja sadun wo jache sabi lanri de ma songi yin son din sare tata papa lodu jonlo le jeta nebe lojin papa lodu jonlo tsawa shirola soba tosule somba najin ne ma songi yin jeta lojin ndejin joba shas
Less so. Okay. One who grasped profound and ultimate reality through the force of reasoning and by the light of Scripture was the noble Nagarjuna, and following his tradition, as this still exists, I will proceed to speak. So here it's stating that the tradition that was the tradition of the middle way consequence school Lord Buddha taught was explained very clearly by Master Nagarjuna, and it said, and it says that Chandrakirti says that I'm going to follow in the tradition of the Mulya Madhyamika Karika, of the Nagarjuna's root wisdom text, because Nagarjuna is one who grasps profound and ultimate reality through force of reasoning and by the light of Scripture. So scriptural and realizational knowledge Nagarjuna had of this material, and so he's going to follow in the footsteps of Nagarjuna the way that it was presented in Nagarjuna's root wisdom text. And it says, as this still exists, I will proceed to speak. So because we still have these teachings, we still have Nagarjuna's text, I can do this. Because it's still here, I'm able to do this. Khensur Rinpoche. Susu.
Susu ju du na, tumba nye tu ne, nando rodo gawa yanta jung. Rodo gawa le jung, chime me le shin, leji babu dangwa, choba kanyin ba, tela dubi sanji lui saben yu, tenye nyawa tembe nun tenyin te, Tony Tebe, Tony Shesa Duja to what Tenichi Gogres, Teni Yawatembe, Hene, Teyinte, Tela, Nabi, Tenji, Deba Temba Shas, what the Tabitation Yugitla, then some Tombani Tengris, Temba Shah. Tell a tea Jason then you Tombani Temba is a Tombani Temba Latin and you Temba yours. Tea Jesu, you attend you. Tatu Chutin Yada Lane, Neba Joros, Neotekar Yungresana, Tuitatu, Chutin Sungres, Jimba Tongres, Jimba Tongan Jushin, Hiji Tembach, and Hiji Gungres, Zoba Gonshin Tea, Gawan Shanchuto, Shindru to Kangalo, and Sanji Gumu to Jur Mogres, Shanchuto, Droa. Jewish Shasher, Yonsum Hoa Shins, Gawakanga Sanji Gomu to be Jumogres. Zubi Shanchu, Samba Naji, Nala Gobashis, and the Shanchu Samba Gobachi Gores, Gobashi. Saji Jachi, Sula Kebi, June, Rinji, Rotu Gayu, San Tunjute, and the Rinji, Satama Rotu Gawala Suba, Togres. Toban Jogres, Tugres.
Less so.
Then Tonto, Nyayu, Lande, Nyabarje, then you tell it, Jomi, Jeda Leda Kalashi, Nika Lejamai.
That's good, Rinpoche.
Yeah.
The Shiloka Jepa, the Lomare, the that's good. That's good. Gangisene, the Sheda K Champudu.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see where. Certain simple, ordinary people, when they hear of emptiness, will feel a joy that leaps and surges in their hearts. Their eyes will fill with tears. Their hairs upon their skin stand up. Such people are vessels for the teaching. They have the seed of wisdom, perfect Buddhahood. The final truth should be revealed to them, in whom ensuing qualities will come to birth. So it's saying that these are signs that a person, when this is a vessel to hear. Rinpoche, the Shiloka, the Jedanga, the Mekashe, the Tombani, the Anja Gona, the Konsumik, the Ngugudu Sansan, the Pu. The Dondagare Rinpoche. The Konso, the Tombani Tree Digson. The Dondagare.
Kade.
The Mekashe, the Tombani Anja Gona. The Konso, the Sem, Sheda, the Chipudu. Then Konso Ngugudu. Sansan Ngugudu. Sansan, the Lakpa Pu. The Jagadu.
This one was
Then the Konso Tombani Tree Digsong? The Donda?
Dear,
The Donda Gare. Garshene, the Donda Gare, Rinpoche.
Kaditunda.
Okay, that's cool. I gotta just find something and get the meaning of it. One moment, folks. I need that music to play. I was following it, and then Susu Jepu. Okay, here we are. Susu Jepu du nan tomba ni totne nandu ratu gawa yan dang yan du jun.
Saji Jachi Chula Kebi June, Range San Gawa Tobanjo, Tonju. Then turned near
The Rinpoche, Dondagare, Rinpoche.
Ah.
The Susu Jepu, the Dondagare, the Susu Jepu, du nang, tomba ni, to ne.
Susu Ju Tuzuna, Tombani Anjul Tuzunas,
The
Sela Gabu Yungres.
ne, nandu,
Not the Gawa
Kanga.
Sel Jibu Yungres. Gawa Tobanjo, Tonjo San Saji Jaji Chula Kebi, June, Range Radu Gayu, San Tobanjo, Tonju, then turned to near you. land Nebaji, Teni Tele Jomi, Jenda Leta Kalashi, Nega Leja Mai, Jume Ban Kalayu. What the Taji Chawan Gubare, Dale Mai, Jelemi, Nili Mai Jume Miss, Dal Majabares, Transjeng de Banaji, Dal Majabares, Jimmy de Banaji, Nikale Majabares, Jelemi, Dalma Jelemi, Nikale Kaza, Dalma Jelemi, Nilima Jumemi, Nikale Joa Mai, Jumel Joa Mares, Jumel Joa.
Then Rinpoche, they don't go the ngay the ngama the latmaso, the susu J, bu do nang.
Not the Gawai.
Then they don't go the
Susu the Tombani the Gombaina, Sel Gabayun.
then they gonso ngugudu.
Then Sel Gabayun, do you mean Chema Mogu?
Then they conso the yuna, then they tomba ni tree, then the garshene the yure. The Dondagare. The Yakshu. Duja Yakshu.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good, Rinpoche.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, he was going forward and I'm going backwards, and it's just, we're good now. So certain simple, ordinary people, when they hear of emptiness, will feel a joy that leaps and surges in their hearts. Their eyes will fill with tears, and their hairs upon their skin stand up. Such people are the vessels for the teaching. They have the seed of wisdom, perfect Buddhahood. The final truth should be revealed to them, in whom ensuing qualities will come to birth. So here, this is saying that there are certain people who will have this reaction to hearing of emptiness. These are the best kinds of people to teach emptiness to, not the only kinds of people that one can teach emptiness to. So this isn't saying that you can't teach emptiness to someone unless they have their hair standing up and eyes tearing up and then this joy leaping through their heart. It's saying that these are the best vessels, and they definitely need to be taught emptiness. When these people need to be cared for and taught emptiness, because those types of people have a seed of perfect Buddhahood in them that will manifest very quickly, because they have these predispositions, these previous acquaintances with this material, in so much that it's causing them to react the way they are to only merely hearing about emptiness. And it says, embracing perfect ethics, they will constantly abide therein and give with generosity, compassion, nurturing, will steep themselves in patience and their merits wholly pledged to Buddhahood, that they might bring all wanderers to freedom. They will venerate the perfect bodhisattvas and have mastery of ways profound and vast, attaining step by step the ground of perfect joy. All those who thus aspire should hearken to this path. So this is talking about the first bodhisattva level, and it's saying that from the first bodhisattva level, step by step, these beings, it says they will venerate the perfect bodhisattvas and have masteries of ways profound and vast, attaining step by step the perfect ground and joy. All those who thus aspire should hearken to this path. So these beings venerate the perfect bodhisattvas. Perfect bodhisattvas are referring to Rinpoche. I think that's referring to Buddhas. Let me just make sure. So they have humility and veneration for those bodhisattvas. It's definitely bodhisattvas who are higher, but I believe it's referring to Buddhas when it says perfect bodhisattva, but I'll check on that. And it says that there's always this humility that one, even at this level of the sixth mind that aspires to enlightenment, that they have, where they have venerated those perfect bodhisattvas and have done so and gone stage by stage and then reached the level of perfect joy and so on and so forth, and now to the sixth level. So that's the point that's being made here. And then Rinpoche started to read this stanza. So let me just give me 1 second.
Teni telen ju me jeda le ka nyeka le jang mai jume pa na kala yus 어떻게 타질이 지워도 가버려. 자와시로게 달레마이 젤레미 니레마이 주메미 뭐부 간다 간나 저와나 요마이 자와시로 근데 뭐 오만 주버 거서 뒤인데 바들 되니 들레 좀이 젠달레다 가 니가 레죠 마이 주메 반도 칼라요스 어디 자와시로 근데 바로 어디 오만 주버 자와시로 근데 바래들어 Dalai Jelemi, Nilima, Jumemi, Ngobakanda,
Not too big. This is Da Jamayan, Nikamayan, Jume Mayan, Sawashera, your. The name got
Dalai is on the Tranchel Dubana, Dalai Joe Maris,
John Chen.
Tranchel Dubana, Dalai Joe Maris.
Let's go, John Chen. Okay? Then
Tranchel Dubana, Dalai Joe Maris.
Jen?
Chibubin Dubanaji, Chibubin Dubanaji, Nikal Joe Maris. Jumping Dubanaji, Jumeli Joe Maris. Then Dalai Jelemi, Nilima, Jumemi.
Jen Mayan Su. Jen Mayan Su.
Jen Lejoa.
Supe.
Jen Lejoa, Ranjuba Mexican.
Ranjupa, Ale.
Meche. Kanga Jen Lejoa. Ranga Senju.
Ale. Ranjupa. Then Nika Yemba the Su.
Nika Jume Lejoa Dindero. Nika Lejoa de Chebuba. Da Lejoa in. Jen Lejoa is. Jume Lejoa Jampen. Jambe Dujikal Juyo Maris.
Chipopa Suribe.
Chipopa Marambajan Chuchi again, Juduaja.
Ale. Okay, Suche. Just give me 1 second here. Okay, so not from self and how from something else, not from both and how with the cause can things arise. If from themselves phenomena emerge, there's nothing gained, and furthermore, a thing once born cannot repeat its birth. So this is following the Mulya Madhyamika Karika, because in the root wisdom text by Nagarjuna it says, not arisen from self, other, both, or causeless. How can they arise? Something to that effect. If we had the root wisdom text, I could point it out. But how else could they arise? Then how else could they arise? Meaning that things are not truly established because they arise independently from self, or they're not truly established because of other, or because of both somehow, or they aren't causeless. So the point of this is to negate various wrong views that were current views at the time. So the Samkhya tradition, the Hindu school of the enumerators, believe that things arise from self. So this negation here, and then there's reasons that are presented, not just they don't. There's reasons presented. So is the statement that things do not arise from themselves is to negate the Samkhya school, who believe that, as a translator's note, that the result is in the cause already, that the flower is already in the seed, and then in the school of our school would say the potential is there, but there's not a flower in the seed. And then there's a lot of other arguments that are made, like that if an ant had previous lives as an elephant, is there an elephant standing on a blade of grass then, or something like this? So there's something, or it goes forward, one or the other. If there's an ant that has future lives as an elephant, that's what it is. If there's an ant that has future lives within its continuum that will become an elephant 10 times, are there 10 elephants standing on a blade of grass? Something like that. If the cause is if the effect is already in the cause, If the ant is standing on a blade of grass and they're going to be an elephant, are there an elephant on a blade of grass? So this is to negate the Samkhya school. The next is things do not arise from something external or other, is that the middle way autonomy school still has a subtle grasping at true establishment of inherent existence. So this arisen from other is to negate that subtle view that believes there is some, as a translator's note, that it takes the namer and the thing that has a little thingness to it that should attach to that name. So the autonomy school still finds some conventional inherent existence. So they say conventionally it inherently does exist a little as a car, and that's what's negated. This arisen from other, because it's other powered. Once you say that thing has thingness, then it becomes other powered. So that negated. So something arisen from both negates the naked wanderers tradition, the Jain tradition, that believes that it's somehow things are truly established because somehow when the self and the other come together, then it becomes inherent existence. And that is negated because it says if we've already negated that self and already negated other, putting them together is just going to make it not work. And then the causeless is to negate the nihilistic view that things aren't cause, things don't exist, things don't matter. And so that then brings things back to, yes, they are empty, but they do exist. So it's then identifying the correct object of negation. You're not negating the thing's existence, you're negating how the thing exists. Rinpoche, Chikshina Trio Dan Lenja. Okay, so now we're going to end here and maybe have some question and answer. I suspect we'll maybe go over this again. The 6th chapter, definitely we will start again. But if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. I was hoping this was going to come a little bit later, but it snuck up on me. The 6th chapter. This is such a great chapter, though. Yeah, it really is. It's the main bulk of it.
Jeff, the 1, 2, 3, 4 in chapter 6.
Yes.
Do those correlate to any of the leading chapters leading up, or what is that? How is it broken out?
What do you mean?
Because this is all familiar, everything that we're going through in chapter 6. So this clearly manifest part. And so, like for instance, we started with radiant, then we went to hard to keep. Right now we're
yes.
Now we're here.
Right.
Are any of the radiant hard to keep pieces like this is all seemingly so intertwined and incorporated?
Right.
Is it leading back to previous texts? Is it tying back, or is it just completely independent to this chapter 6?
Chapter 6 is just the culmination of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So it becomes, it's just, there's a lot of similar information because it's just, at this point, this practitioner is viewing these things in a subtler way, in a more clear way related to the nature of reality. Is that what you mean? Like these chapters are...
Culmination of, you answered it.
Yeah. It's like stages in a sense. This text is written like a person having a realization. It's written like the inside of someone's mind who's a bodhisattva that's having these realizations, and up to the point of Rinpoche. The Garshane Semche Tambo, Nipa, Sumba, the Gatsire, Semche Ju. The Garshane, the Semche Jupa, Shanchup Dang Jar.
Semche Jubal da Oma Jubi Penyo na kore. Benebet.
Gangyun Sena, the Rimbo Dang Drapaldu, Semche Tambo, Nipa, Rimbo Dang Drapaldu. Then Sanjay Lena the Leugarre.
Ah.
the Shanchu, the Sanjay Gangasena, the Semche Tambo, the Semche Nipa Judre Yurube, Judre. Judre Drabudu.
Yeah.
Then the Semche Gupa Garre.
사실 고바.
Hold on. Oh, so yeah. Semche Juchi. 11. It's the Buddhahood. Hold on one second. Semche. The Juchi, the Ngatsu Becha, Juchi Yure. Juchi Shanchu Sa, Sanjay Sa.
What the pain there with the
Jupa.
Trubaji.
So this is like a.
Looks like the first stanzas are the first perfections leading to Buddhahood. And you said that these are the first steps of Bodhicitta, the first grounds.
The first Bodhisattva grounds.
The first Bodhisattva.
Right, which start, yes.
So up until 5, we're going through the perfections.
Correct.
It's the first 5, it's the perfections, and now we're getting into, if we've established the 5 perfections, we're moving into wisdom.
Right. But I'm trying to figure what my point is that it's a practitioner having these realizations, but then it's also, that's what we're trying to, is it the practitioner who's going through the 10 grounds? Because there's 10, and then there's a dedication chapter that's called Buddhahood.
Well, it's interesting because we've studied the 6 perfections, but now we're going to get beyond that.
The Rinpoche, the Uma Jupa, Shintru, the 6 perfections, Jawa Gare, Gangisena, the Sansan Dru, Sansan.
세제 쪼요로. 쪼고는 드로드 신루도 용도. 신루들 세제 조제 안 동굴로 또지 바로 심어서는 또 어떤 게 가서 세제 쪼요로 세제 쪼. 모두 이제 거 쪼로 거 세제 쪼요로 세제 쪼. 오만 줘 봐.
Then Semche Ju, Nangla Shintru, Yine, the Semche Tambo, the Jimba, Semche Nipa Tsuchim, the Yoruba, Jawa Yoruba, Semche Sumba, the Zupa,
어떤 답은 답을 해.
and Garshine the Yure.
아.
Then a Semche Drupa, the Sherab, Dandrar.
싫어 땡고요 저보다.
Dan,
야,
Yine Kuna Yomare.
그나 말.
Then the Semche Ngapa, the Tingenzi, Rebe, Semche Ngapa
Ngapa.
Tingenzi,
다들 로타송.
Drotsa, the Tingenzi, Rebe. I'm sorry, bear with me. We're trying to just get to the bottom of something here. Like, I'm trying to tie it all together. The Datayin, the Semche Tambo Jimba, Nipa Tsuchim, Sumba Zupa, Jipa Zundru, Ngapa, the Tingenzi, Drupa Shera. Then they Dunba Gare, Rinpoche.
된바 세제 된바.
One second here. Just want to see. The trio Yapodu. You know it's really short. Tapke, Rinpoche. The Semche Dunba, Tapke.
터지 바로 심바.
Tapke. 6.
오만 줘 봐가 봐도.
Amajupa, Take, Detsuko. So we were establishing that the 6 perfections, it does, Rinpoche said it's mentioning the 10 bodhicittas. Within the 10 bodhicittas are the 6 perfections, and they do go in that order, with the first, the second, the third, the fourth, fifth, and sixth. So I said, then what is the 7th and the 8th and the 9th? So I'm just kind of getting Rinpoche to explain that part. So now the 7th deals with skillful means. There are the 10 perfections as well. So I want to look that up, the 10 perfections, because sometimes it's presented as the 10 perfections. Sansan Shinju, 10 perfections. Chishina de, Yomaribe. 10, 10, please help me. Perfection. Yeah, not helpful. Okay, here. There's the 6th chapter. 6th chapter. Semche Dunba Gare. Toma. Shija. Shamba. Nijorba. Munjormun. Shija Mepa. Then so long. Oh, I wish I looked at the top. That would have been smarter, because it has it in the Tibetans. What chapter it's on? Semche Dunba. Okay. Rinpoche, the ring son dear. We found it at the same time. Sadunba. Then the Sadunba.
Sadunba to what is and Shanju Sambatege, Niran Rijugun Sejun of Maje, Lugun Sejun. Lugun Sejun, Chunila, Shazuma Kechila, Judaniga Nubi. Then the Renduson, Loyan Habanjurus. Sadunba Renduson at it, Niran Rijugun Sejun of Maze, Lugun Sejun. Jusen Karasana. Shazuji Keji Mechila, Chunila, Mosun Judaniga Nubi.
Less.
What does one do?
Then they Ming the top keep borrow the Shinle. The top then Rinpoche, the Tambo, Jimba, Tsutrim, Zupa, the Zundru, Tingenzi, Shera, then they top Taki borrow the top the Sem Parshin Jew. 10 perfections. Yeah, it's the 10 perfections that correspond to the 10 minds that aspire to enlightenment. And then the 11th is the dedication section of the text, which deals with a summary kind of everything. And it's called the Reaching Buddhahood. So it would basically, if you looked at it, it would be the 10 perfections, and then Buddhahood is the 11th chapter, because you've completed the 10 perfections. So that's it. So you have them all written right here, what they are.
This is describing person
Yes.
This word in the
Rinpoche, yes, because it's the mind that aspires to enlightenment. So if once you have bodhicitta, that's the entrance to the Mahayana. So one's great capacity, once he or she is a bodhisattva. One's a bodhisattva when he or she gets bodhicitta. Yeah.
that's where the 6 perfections come in.
Begin
Yeah.
the engaged bodhicitta, and the 10 perfections begin.
10.
Right.
Yeah. But we think of
Them as 6, but there are 10. I've seen it, but it's never listed as 10.
right.
But if you look in like a lot of the texts you'll find 10 perfections.
But this text, we study the 6, but this 10 is going to, I mean, this text is going to take us through the 10.
The other 4.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So back to your question, Rinpoche said in a sense it's cause and effect, but it's more like the stages that are gone through in order to achieve the final goal. And it's definitely written in terms of more and more subtle in terms of the view. And that's what happens as a person progresses on the path. There's their understanding of the nature of reality and of their perfections becomes more and more subtle. Rinpoche, tuchena, salbudu, semche ju, parshin ju. Dene the sheda pentogudu. Dene parshin ju, garshene the ngatsu shintru, mambo, lobjong mambo shegudu, yene parshin ju, lobjong shegomare, garshene, Rinpoche.
파진 저 어떤 냥도 냥도 레디 바래.
The parshin dunba, jepa, gupa, jupa. Parshin drew nangla yurbe.
파진 저
Parshin drew yuna shanchu dro tugdue.
어때래.
Okay, so parshin ju kanga parshin drew nangla.
저는 뒤되지.
Okay, so the 6 perfections are the most way to summarize it. So one would say that someone sharp would see the other 4 in those 6. But the way to expand it would be by 10. But the summarized way is to say the 6. So that's what Rinpoche just said.
Yeah.
So we must be smart because we learn 6 always. So we've got that going for us. Okay, Digsun. So concluding mandala offering and dedication prayer, I let Rinpoche know that we were all going to meet to come up with when we were going to do, because now Rinpoche every month on Sunday wants to do White Tar initiation. So if it's either going to be, we have to just talk as a board whether it'll be the first or the last or figure it out.
Ted is going to be back maybe in a week and a half-ish.
Yeah,
And I know he'd want to be in on
for sure.
that decision. Okay.
The Rinpoche, the Ted Dunta Ni Gemma Legare. Dene ngatsu the droma tsewang gadu gechishe. Gangin sena ngatsu Ted gecha mashena lunla. Decent. Dao re 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 ngatsu zu. Dao re 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 zu. Dene lamrim chemo tsana ngatsu dao re 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 the mila the droma tsewang dang ngarim chemo.
가서 뭐도.
야부두. 예 안제 구sun.
So we'll begin the initiations before we finish the third.
Yes. We'll see once we talk with Ted. But Rinpoche wants it immediately, once a month started. So, what are we in? We're in July. I almost feel like, are we going to be able to get one in July? Is Ted back in July? Can we text Ted? I'm going to text Ted and see what he wants to do. He needs to, because Rinpoche wants to do it this month, I think. He said he wants to do it every month. We just got in July. He told us in the end of June, I think, wasn't it? Or close, the beginning. When did he tell us? The end of June.
He's not here this Sunday, but he'll be here the following.
Okay, I'll get in touch with Ted. Hey, Ted, the la phone get you shit. The chikshin gangisena the chikshin the ngatsu get you shit. Okay, concluding mandala offering and dedication prayer. The fundamental ground is scented with incense and strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, the four continents, the sun and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha land and offer it. May all sentient beings enjoy this pure realm. I dedicate whatever virtues I have collected for the benefit of the teachings and of all sentient beings, and in particular for the essential teachings of Venerable Losang Drakpa to shine forever. I send forth this jeweled mandala to you, precious Guru. I dedicate all this virtue to emulate the knowledge of the hero Manjushri and likewise Samantabhadra as well, with whatever dedication is praised as supreme by all the conquerors who traverse the three times. I also dedicate all my roots of virtue for the sake of auspicious deeds. In that pure land surrounded by snowy mountains, you are the source of all benefit and happiness. All-powerful Avalokiteshvara Tenzin Yatso, may you stay until samsara's end. I pray for the long life of the precious Khensur Wandak, upholder of scriptural and realizational doctrines, spiritual friend who trained extensively in the 5 great philosophical texts with exceptional wisdom and perseverance. Tu Jirim Guti Shapi Denana.